Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you doing? Welcome to another episode of Twitter Trash, and I have a lot of spicy takes for you. We're going to be keeping it light. I've said moving forward, we're going to keep it light. There's a lot of crazy stuff and a lot of tragic stuff happening that you can't really make fun of, so we're just going to make fun of bad takes and things that are going to make you guys laugh. But before we get into it, I have to give a shout out to today's sponsor, and that is the Ridge Wallet. Guys, I'm very excited to finally be partnering with the Ridge. I've seen their products a lot, and I've always thought, oh, that looks really cool. I hope I get to work with them one day, and today's the day. I already like slim wallets. I've already liked my wallet to be pretty thin, but just look at how thin it is compared to this, man. It's like no contest. Holds up to 12 cards, has room for cash, has over 30 colors, including this one that I got, the gunmetal. It comes with RFID blocking technology, which is really crucial because I've literally have been digitally pickpocketed before. The material is very durable, and it comes with a lifetime warranty, and the cool thing is they'll let you test drive it for 45 days, and you return it with no questions asked, full refund if you don't absolutely love it, but you're going to, because everybody loves it. There's over 40,000 5-star reviews. And with Father's Day right around the corner, this is the perfect gift to get your dad or whoever you call daddy. So if you guys are ready to pick up a Ridge wallet, go to ridge.com/SPG or click the link in the description so you can go and get your coupon for 15% off, baby. And thank you again, Ridge.
Supreme victory!
Now, I know I said I was going to keep it light, and I am for the most part, but I have to mention some stuff, some tweets from what went down in Texas recently. We all know about it. I don't need to go in detail about it, but there's just some tweets that I saw that I'm like, I have to say something because this is just nuts. We're going to go into the insanity department because there is just some takes that I'm like, what? So we're just going to focus on a couple of them. Killing people is wrong, especially innocent kids. I pray for the families. However, I stand with, I'm blanking out the dude's name. He doesn't, obviously I'm not going to show his face. I don't even want his name to be shown. Y'all like to bully and tease people without consequences. I was bullied for years. I know the feeling he felt. The bullies got bullied. He got y'all back in a big way. Now cry. I'm sorry. But were the kids, the bullies, the innocent kids going to school? And he got the bullies? What are you on about? God, it's like these people right here. Fire them into the stratosphere and let's just see what happens. Let's see where they land. Let's just, we gotta, these people, man, like people like this guy right here, it's just, do you really need to be here? Do you? The father of the victims from the Texas shooting was pro-gun and literally championing Kyle Rittenhouse on Facebook. Honestly, who cares? Does that mean he's not allowed to mourn his loss? Does that mean he deserved this? You guys know where this is going. He deserves what happened. Unfortunately, his daughter did not. So he deserved to have his daughter shot, but the daughter didn't deserve to be shot? Exactly. Oh, God, help us. So we all know who Candace Owens is. She is a notorious grifter. For people that aren't aware, you can go back and watch some origin stories. You can go type in social autopsy and Candace Owens and see what that's all about and see what she transformed into. She's very cunning. She saw the writing on the wall like a lot of other people that I can make a lot more money by just diving head deep into conservatism because they give you a lot of money. They will give you a lot of clout. Like even myself, there was people that offered me money to do things or be a part of organizations, and I'm like, I don't care. That's not my bag. I don't have conservative ideals, and I'm not a sellout in that way, which sometimes I'm like, God, I wish I was a piece of trash because I would be a millionaire easily right now. She was like, oh, the left's so mean, so I'm going to be on the right, which is such a stupid and silly excuse, which I'm going to point out another tweet later on because somebody else has done that recently, and it's a nice tactic though, but I've always liked that. I've always enjoyed people like, oh, said people are mean to me, I'm going to change my ideology now. Like that is so stupid. You know, it's like, say, going to a specific church. Let's say you're a Baptist Christian, whatever, and you go to this specific Baptist church, and the people at that church were mean to you. So now you're going to go be Jewish. You're going to go subscribe to a Jewish church or something. But those people were mean to you at that church. Okay, so now I'm just going to be Muslim. I'm going to go, no, why not just go to another Baptist church? Like, these people were mean to you? Don't associate with them. There's millions of other people out there that you could associate with. Like, it's such a stupid excuse, but it's a part of the grift, though. It's clever, but it's maddening. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because she's been grifting all throughout the year. She has no idea what she's talking about. She just hits these talking points that she knows people are going to eat up, and her tweets always pop off. I remember even talking to Joe Rogan about this back in the day, just behind the scenes, when he was arguing with Candace Owens on a podcast about climate change and whatnot. And I was like, yo, dude, I wish I would have known she was coming, because she's a notorious grifter. You know, she's very fake. And he was like, yeah, I think you're right. And we just laughed about it because it was pretty obvious. It was like an eyesore. But okay, so we all know what just recently happened. You know, terrible tragedy in Texas. And there is some propaganda and some misinformation, disinformation even, that was circulating around that the shooter was trans. It's not true. It's not true at all. It's been debunked. All you had to do was just see if it was true. Just type it in Google. Type in the what happened, the event, and then type in trans, whatever. Just look, and then you'll be like, oh, the people have come out. The pictures that have been circulating around, like, no, that's me. No, that's me. I'm alive. This person isn't. Some people on what's it called, Telegram or Telegraph or whatever, that app, were circulating this stuff around, and on 4chan and whatnot. It's just simply not true. But that didn't stop major conservatives like Candace Owens from circulating this garbage and then just being despicable human beings. What drives an 18-year-old to murder innocent children? I don't know. But judging by the photos of him cross-dressing, we can assume there were plenty of signs that he was mentally disturbed and abused by adults in his life. Societal cowardice ignored those plenty of signs. There's so many things wrong with this tweet. And what's upsetting is I know she doesn't believe anything she's saying. Like, it implies that, yeah, being trans or cross-dressing could lead to that massacre. Just cross-dressing means that you were abused by adults. There's so many things wrong with this. Like, so many implications. And it's, there's prominent conservatives that are devoutly Christian and stuff that obviously would say stuff like this. But just knowing her and who she is, and knowing that she doesn't care about any of this stuff and she's just doing a major grift, is so saddening, because it's like she could cause people to get hurt. People who want to do something, they want to think, well, it was the trans panic that's going on right now. And then people will try to go out and try to do something. Right now, there's a maniac running around in Arizona going to Targets and harassing Target employees and calling them pedophiles because of people like her that have convinced, people that watch them that, like, there's this crazy thing happening. You guys got to do something. And it's only a matter of time before they add to more deaths because of just this bigotry and this grifting. It's absolute insanity. I love you, Candace, but those photos were stolen from an innocent person on Reddit. I don't understand those of you that are saying I love you, but this is who she is. This is who she has always been. It's not the first time she's crossed the line, and it won't be the last. Exactly, and the reason why she stays here is because they won't hold her accountable. They will say I love you, but. They will always say I love you, but. They'll always say, ooh, this one little take I didn't like, but I still love you. They'll still make excuses. They don't care, and that's why it's good to go and align with that, because they will keep feeding you money and they will not abandon you, because tribalism is infinitely more important. Just being that identity. Like they say that they hate identity politics and all this stuff. Like, oh, I hate identity. Their whole life is about being is ideology. It's all about being, a good old boy. It's all about being a Christian. It's all about this and this and this and this and this and that. It's all about your identity. It always has been. The problem is you're not the right identity. grifters like this, like Candace, recognize this, so that's why they run to that side. People, so many prominent people have done it. People that realize that, oh, they weren't making enough money talking, being left or center left, like Tim Pool, like Jimmy Dore. I mean, I could go on and on and on, but they realize, like, I'm going to just pretend like I'm somewhat on the left, but I'm just going to only have right-leaning talking points. So vast majority of my audience, I would say 98% of the people that are watching me now are conservative or identify as conservative. It keeps happening. Dave Rubin, the Hodge twins, who I used to be huge fans of, just bodybuilders, and then they just became comedians that were apolitical. Then they saw the money and then ran, and now they're the conservative twins. And I'm saying in less than a year, getting 1 million subs and getting millions of dollars. They see the writing on the wall. Like, I understand it, but I just think it's disgusting because just the way that I live, money is not that important to me. Like I mentioned before, I could have been one of these people if I wanted to. If I was a disgusting piece of trash, I could have just went head first into the right, say talking points just like this, and my bank account would be extremely full. But no, I just do what I do. I treat YouTube and what I do on the line, it's like a regular job to me. I'm not balling out of control. I just make enough money to provide for myself like you would if you had a regular job. You know? Yeah. I'd rather do that than to sell my soul. And here's the last one on that subject, and then we're just going to switch it up. So Jimmy addresses what happened. Of course, you know, all the talk shows are going to address it. But this lady, she responded with, "The bad guys will still get guns, no matter what laws change." I just can't stand that apathetic line of thinking. Because if you genuinely believe this, then you would probably also believe that, well, why do we have laws about anything? Because people are always going to be breaking the laws anyway. We shouldn't try to do anything because it's always going to be this way. People are always going to just do it. Bad people are always going to get these guns, so we shouldn't try to do anything about it at all. We shouldn't try to prevent this in any way, shape, or form. It's such a crazy and lazy and apathetic and just stupid way of thinking. And unfortunately, there's so many people that come out and say the same garbage like this. And I'm always wondering, like, is this genuinely what you think? Or is somebody just putting this poison in your brain? You're listening to people that actually have interest in things not changing. They don't care about the bodies. They care about their bottom line, their pockets, you know, gun sales, or just being part of the cult of guns themselves, right? They care about this stuff, so they will spread this propaganda, these talking points as much as possible, and then they'll dupe stupid people into believing it. Or there's someone like her who probably genuinely believes it, because if you look at her username, it's "Life is good in Texas." So she has not a care in the world. Nothing happened to her, so why do anything? You know, you wish the parents could have that same line of thinking too, right? The ones that lost their kids. Yeah, you think it's just such an, it's just, apathy is the absolute worst. And this is something that when something horrible happens, like, there's no room for that shit, man. It's stupid. Women shouldn't code. Perhaps be influencers / creators instead. It's their natural strength. Okay, dude. Coding is a brutal 24/7 job, mutually exclusive with motherhood. After 9 months maternity leave, they come back obsolete and outdated. Elon Musk even says birth rate is falling too much. So of course this genius makes a video about it because he's like, oh, I need to extrapolate on this. I need people to really understand my bigoted point of view.
A few moments later.
Dear community, I'm fired. I just received notice from Facebook that my employment contract has been terminated effective immediately. Lost my job. Gee, shocker that you got fired. It's a wonder that there's probably a decent amount of people that you work with. You think that they shouldn't be working with you just simply because they're a woman. It's a shocker that you got fired. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it for this show. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one very soon.